Plaintiff Clarence Floyd met the defendant on a dating website and wanted to get to know her. But he soon realized she was rotten and using him for his money. Clarence claims soon after they met, he started loaning her money, but she never repaid him, so he's suing. Defendant Evelyn Jackson says when Clarence contacted her online, he wasn't her type, so she immediately asked him for money in an attempt to drive him away. Instead, Evelyn claims Clarence spent money on her every single day. She's countersuing for lost income.
Start with you.
Okay, my name is Clarence Floyd, and I'm suing Evelyn because I met on a dating website, and I thought she was a nice body and nice looking woman. But unfortunately, I think she was wearing booty pads because her booty didn't look like that when I seen it on the website. When I seen
Is this your guy? Is this your fella?
That's my witness.
Oh, okay. I'm about to say, you better be careful over there. At least she was a woman.
Yeah, she was a woman, but she was, but her body didn't look as good as it did now.
I'm told that a lot of these internet sites, they have a picture up, beautiful woman or whatever, and they talk all this nice stuff, and when you see them, they look totally different and might not be a woman. It's
on the person to try to meet the person and try to see what they really about, which I was doing, trying to be a friend.
All right.
And talk to her.
And when you all met, what did you think of her as a person?
Well, as a person, I thought I was intrigued, trying to get to know her, listen to her talk, listen to her have a conversation with me, but it turned out she's not that good. She's pretty rotten.
Pretty what?
She's pretty rotten and mean.
Ma'am, you want to give me some background on your association?
I met Clarence. He contacted me. He was not my type to date. And usually when that occurs, I either block them or I request money because that gets them to leave me alone immediately. Mm-hmm. In this instance, he did not leave me alone. He said, how much do you need and how soon can I bring it to you? And so I gave him the address to my job. He came to my job. I suggested we do a promissory note because I didn't want him to think he was going to get anything in return. I drafted a promissory note, signed it, collected the cash. And later that night, he called me. He came and picked me up and spent more money on me, another $170. Subsequent to those events, he never requested this money back. He would spend money on me every day, every day. He would bring me dinner every night. I wouldn't let him in because my boyfriend was there, like he was a delivery guy. I appreciate the gesture, but he just wasn't my type. I would say little innuendos like baby or this, but I never dated him, never hugged him, never kissed him. Didn't know his last name.
Why don't you tell me what agreement you all had and what it was regarding and how she breached the agreement?
She reached agreement. I loaned her $167 to pay a ticket, or she said she was going to jail. And she's supposed to pay $20 interest. She didn't pay it. She said she was going to pay it on the 10th, May 10th. She didn't pay it, so I gave her a little time. Because I was digging, I was like, okay, I like her, she's pretty cool. You know what I'm saying? Let's see where this go. She didn't pay it, so as I got to know her, then once we got in this deal with this agreement as being the security on her door to get paid, then one day, the last time I did the security, she said I didn't let 41 people in to a party. But she didn't understaff the people. There wasn't enough people in there to staff. It was me going all the way up to the 3rd floor. I was only on the door collecting money, putting bands on, sending them upstairs. She said 41 people didn't get in because I was up and down the stairs running back and forth because she let some of her friends in, some of her friends she wouldn't let in. You know, that everybody had to pay.
You weren't at the door collecting money at that time?
I was up and down store. Like the people who coming in want to go up for free, I had to go up there and confirm with her. You want to let these people in free? Because she told me, first day in the deal, everybody got to pay after 11 o'clock.
All right, and she hasn't repaid you your loan, first of all. That's your first part of your contract. And what is the property you're suing her for?
I left a cooler over there.
Oh, okay.
To use for a party.
Ma'am?
Can I say something about that cooler, then I'll address the counterclaim if you don't mind?
No, that's the counterclaim. First we deal with his claim. And that is that you borrowed money and haven't repaid.
I haven't repaid it because I don't owe him anything. He owes me over $800. I have text messages that I woke up, my party was sparse that night because he was at the
Once
door.
again, you're getting to your counterclaim. Your only defense is that you don't owe him anything regarding his loan to you?
The reason why I feel I do not owe, I do owe him for the promissory note, but I told him to work security. He requested, he said, oh, can you give me some of my money back? I said, well, I can't do that. You know, I'm trying to open a restaurant. What I will do, you can work security, and that would go towards the money that I owe you, and he agreed.
So, instead of you paying the money you owe him, you say, work some more for me, and that'll meet the debt that I owe you.
Yes, and he did it with that. He wasn't under duress when he agreed to do it. I didn't have him in a chokehold. He agreed to it. He wanted to be in my presence.
All right, very good. Your counterclaim is for what?
$800.
Okay, how does he owe you for that?
I gave him a simple task. He shouldn't worry about anything else about other staff. There was no other staff. All I needed was security at my door. What happened was I gave him wristbands. I said, stay at the door, you let them in, you collect the money, direct them up to the third door. No one is in free. Hence, there's no need to come upstairs. Every time I looked.
Did he ever come up there?
Oh, but he came up there several times.
Spoke to you?
Spoke to me. Where's the liquor? He was sweating. He's the
What
only.
did you say when he kept coming up?
Go back downstairs, and I did say it mean. Go back down
How
to your post.
about
please.
bringing people up who you knew?
He's not supposed to do that.
Did
He did not do that.
He didn't
was
do it?
upstairs with no one with him.
Or he didn't bring anyone up to you, or he didn't come up to you asking about letting someone in free?
No.
He never
did
did.
that.
Oh.
He never did that.
Oh, okay. So he was
would
down
come up
there.
asking about liquor.
About liquor for whom?
About liquor for himself. And then he came up on my rooftop deck. He was just standing there talking to some girl. Then he was on the second floor landing outside of my neighbor's
Is that
door
true, sir?
smoking
No, it's
Black and
not.
Mouse.
All right. Do you have a statement from anyone to prove what you're saying?
I have statements that he wasn't at the door, definitely.
They're just saying he wasn't there when I came?
At the door, yes.
And so they walked in? They
They
say
couldn't
no
get
one was
in.
there?
My building is a condominium building. I'm in the penthouse loft. You cannot get in there unless you buzzed in. And
Let's
I had a
see your
DJ. You
statement.
can't hear music. That's
You're
one.
going to have to do a lot of proving here, ma'am, because you sound very unreasonable. You said that you agree that you owe the man money, and he was to work for you as repayment to him.
It does sound that way, but he agreed to it.
Did you agree to that?
No, I
and yet
didn't.
you have a no, don't you?
Yes, I did.
All right,
That's
and the
right.
law is, ma'am, that the only way to change a note is you must change it in writing. It's called the parole evidence rule. So I'm going to go with the evidence that I have, and I'm going to go with the most reasonable person I have here with me today. Him. Your claim is dismissed. I don't believe you. Judgment for the plaintiff. Have a good day.
Thank you, Adam. She's crazy, and I think the weed that she smoked and drank, getting the best of her, make bad decisions.
I have nothing to say.